And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Fifth Annual KohOscars. This is the second televised KohOscars, but this is the fifth year that we have done them. I am your host, Kaleb Koho, and this is going to be a lot of fun. We had a lot of great movies come out this year. We had a lot of great nominees, a lot of awesome stuff to talk about in the world of movies this year, and a lot of categories that need awarding. I am alone today. Well, not anymore. I'm joined by the great dog, Bella. As you can tell. However, we are going to get right into this awards ceremony. Lies and deceit. The great dog Bella decided she did not want to be here. So we are going to get right into the fifth annual KohOscars with your first category that needs presenting. I am alone hosting today. No Caleb Boatman, no Cody Newberry. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here. However, I am here giving you your awards. So we're going to start with our first category, which is Best Post-Credit Scene. And the nominees for Best Post-Credit Scene, of course, are Where's Fury from Captain Marvel, Red Apple Cigarettes from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Talking to Fish from Shazam, J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man Far From Home, Skrulls from Spider-Man Far From Home, Football from The Two Popes, and Day Zero from Zombieland Double Tap. And the KohOscar for Best Post-Credit Scene goes to J. Jonah Jameson, Spider-Man Far From Home. So congratulations, Far From Home. You're taking home the first award of the night and a hypothetical award that honestly means nothing, but I hope you enjoy. The next category is Best Soundtrack. The nominees are Booksmart, Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Rocketman, Waves, Wild Rose, and Yesterday. And the KohOscar for Best Soundtrack goes to Rocketman. Rocketman taking home the KohOscar for Best Soundtrack. The first win for Rocketman on the night, as well as for Spider-Man Far From Home. Both are nominated many times today. Rocketman actually tied for second with 10 nominations tonight. So we will see if it can capitalize on that win moving forward as we get to the next category, which is the category of Best Ensemble. And the nominees are Avengers Endgame, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Knives Out, Little Women, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. And the KohOscar for Best Ensemble goes to Knives Out. I think this is the most deserved win for the movie Knives Out tonight. One of them, if it could pull off a win anywhere else. But I think this is a very deserving award for Knives Out. Congratulations to the film Knives Out. We've already through 3 categories, and it's a very diverse bunch of winners so far. The next category is Best Stunts. The nominees for Best Stunts are Avengers Endgame, Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, Fighting with My Family, Ford v Ferrari, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Zombieland Double Tap. And the KohOscar for Best Stunts goes to John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. Believe it or not, this is the first win for the John Wick franchise in the stunts category. Was not nominated for John Wick Chapter 2, now nominated, and winning its first award for John Wick Chapter 3. So congratulations to the stunt team behind John Wick, and to director Chad Stahelski and Keanu Reeves and everyone who is associated with that win. We move on now to our next category, the much anticipated Best Visual Effects. The nominees are 1917, Alita Battle Angel, Avengers Endgame, The Irishman, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. And the KohOscar for Best Visual Effects goes to Avengers Endgame. The first win for Avengers Endgame tonight. I think it's a deserved one in the category of Best Visual Effects. The MCU won big last year with Best Picture going to Avengers Infinity War. It obviously won't be winning that again this year, as Endgame was not nominated, but Infinity War brought home the award last year, so the MCU having a big year last year. Can they capitalize and win a bunch of more technicals this year? We will find out. The next category to give out is Best Sound Design. The nominees are 1917, Ad Astra, Avengers Endgame, Ford v Ferrari, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, Rocket Man, and Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. And this was I think this is the second closest, maybe a tie for the closest category race of the entire night. The KohOscar for Best Sound Design goes to Ford v Ferrari. The first win for Ford v Ferrari tonight. So far, very diverse. Not one movie has repeated as a winner in any category so far. So we're very much spreading the wealth at this year's KohOscars so far, as it would seem. Obviously, if anyone has any questions about the voting process, this was voted on by the people. They had a nominating committee that put this one together. So congrats, Ford v Ferrari. You won the Best Sound Design category. As we move on to the next category of Best Hair and Makeup, the nominees, of course, again, are Bombshell, Dolomite Is My Name, Joker, Little Women, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Rocket Man, and Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Pretty diverse group of movies. And the KohOscar for Best Hair and Makeup goes to Bombshell. Bombshell bringing it home. Once again, another different movie winning in each category. Not one movie has repeated so far for a KohOscar win. But congratulations to the makeup team of Bombshell. The hair and makeup team behind Bombshell. Very much deserved. As we move on to the next category. We're flying through. This is going to be a very short ceremony with just one host. The category of Best Costume Design, the nominees are 1917, Dolomite Is My Name, Jojo Rabbit, Knives Out, Little Women, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Rocket Man. And the KohOscar for Best Costume Design goes to Julian Day, Rocket Man. Rocket Man, the first film to repeat as a winner at the KohOscars tonight. Congratulations to Julian Day. You have won a hypothetical award that honestly means nothing, but I think you won an award for a category that you should have been nominated for at the Oscars, so we recognize that. Your next category is Best Original Song. Now, this was the most contested category, I think, besides the ones that actually had ties. The nominees for Best Original Song are The Dead Don't Die from The Dead Don't Die, Glasgow from Wild Rose, I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away from Toy Story 4, I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man, Into the Unknown from Frozen 2, Lost in the Woods from Frozen 2, and Speechless from Aladdin. And the KohOscar for Best Original Song goes to Lost in the Woods, Frozen 2. I'm not going to lie, this is the worst possible outcome from this category for me, but congratulations, Frozen 2. You have won a KohOscar for Original Songs for the worst song in Disney history, but congratulations to Lost in the Woods. You won a KohOscar. And I'm sure somewhere Tim Brzakala is just freaking out and jumping up and down for joy because his freaking, yep, there he is. There he is. Yep, your song won, buddy. Your song won. All right. The next category is Best Original Score. And the nominees are Thomas Newman, 1917, Alan Silvestri, Avengers Endgame, Alex Weston, The Farewell, Hildur Guðnadóttir, Joker, Alexander Desplat, Little Women, Randy Newman, Marriage Story, and Daniel Lopatin, Uncut Gems. And the KohOscar for Best Original Score goes to Hildur Guðnadóttir, Joker. Joker winning its first KohOscar tonight for the category of Best Original Score. This is also the first woman ever to win the KohOscar for Best Original Score, so congratulations to Hildur. Absolutely phenomenal score. And I see everyone is just happy about Lost in the Woods still. Good for you guys. I'm so frustrated about that. Anyway, the next category is Best Production Design. And the nominees are Dennis Gassner and Lee Sandalis, 1917, Rob Vincent and Nora Spakova, Jojo Rabbit, David Crank and David Schleisinger, Knives Out, Jess Goncourt and Claire Kaufman, Little Women, Barbara Ling and Nancy Haig, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Lee Ha-jun and Cho Won-woo in Parasite, Peter Francis and Marcus Rowland, and Kimberly Fahey and Judy Farr for Rocket Man. And the KohOscar for Best Production Design goes to Lee Ha-jun and Cho Won-woo, Parasite. Parasite bringing home production design at the KohOscars. It's Parasite's first win tonight, and everyone's going to be really confused, maybe a little bit at the production design aspect. If you don't know the story, they built that house from scratch. So congratulations to those two for bringing home the first award for Parasite tonight for production design. Will it win more? We're going to find out. We're going to keep on going. But first, we're going to break out into Lost in the Woods. We're just going to sing Lost in the Woods because that's what the regular Oscars would do. Actually, they would sing Into the Unknown. Yep, send in the clowns. Send in the clowns for Joker's score win. All right. The category of Best Film Editing. The nominees are Lee Smith, 1917. Andrew Buckland and Michael McCusker, Ford v. Ferrari. Bob Duxey, Knives Out. Nick Hoy, Little Women. Jinmo Yang, Parasite. Chris Dickens, Rocketman. And Ronald Bronstein and Benny Safdie for Uncut Gems. And the KohOscar for Best Film Editing goes to Jinmo Yang, Parasite. Parasite and Rocketman tied for the most KohOscar wins so far on the night, each with 2. Congratulations to Parasite for winning Best Film Editing. Great, well-deserved. That was another very closely contested category, with Uncut Gems being a very close second. The categories, maybe the craziest category that happened in the nomination process, the category of Best Cinematography. And the nominees are Roger Deakins, 1917. Fedon Papa Michael, Ford v. Ferrari. Jorg Widmeyer, A Hidden Life. Jaron Blaschke, The Lighthouse. Hong Kyung-pyo, Parasite. Claire Mathen, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. And Drew Daniels, Waves. And the KohOscar for Best Cinematography goes to, shock and surprise, Roger Deakins, 1917. This is actually the first KohOscar win for Roger Deakins in the cinematography category. As last year he did not have anything nominated, and the year before he was not nominated for Blade Runner 2049. So congratulations, Roger Deakins, for his first KohOscar win for 1917. Yes, film editing. I think the comments are on a little bit of a delay, so I was a little confused. All right. The most prestigious category at the KohOscars that we will probably take a vote to see if it stays next year or not. Best Remake Reboot. The nominees are Aladdin, Dr. Sleep, Dora and the Lost City of Gold, Joker, Little Women, Men in Black International, and Pokemon Detective Pikachu. And the KohOscar goes to Little Women. Little Women winning Best Remake Reboot for the KohOscars. Congratulations to Greta Gerwig and the team behind Little Women. A much-deserved win. Phenomenal film, and makes up for the lack of a Best Picture nomination, I think, winning a garbage category. Besides Joker. Pretty rough schlock in that category, but yep, Cody, I bet Roger is very excited for the cinematography win. For a KohOscar. All right. The next category, Best Sequel. The nominees for Best Sequel are Avengers Endgame, Dr. Sleep, Frozen 2, Happy Death Day to You, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, Toy Story 4, and Zombieland Double Tap. And the KohOscar for Best Sequel goes to Avengers Endgame. It's the second KohOscar for Avengers Endgame tonight. Picking up Best Sequel, it repeats Marvel's second consecutive year winning the Best Sequel category. Last year winning for Infinity War, this year for Endgame. So congratulations to Marvel for continuing the sequel trend with Avengers Endgame. Year before that, actually, I believe was Spider-Man Homecoming, I think, or Thor Ragnarok. I'd have to double check, but that's not what we're doing today. So, congratulations. We move on to the next category of Best Comic Book Movie. And the nominees are Alita Battle Angel, Avengers Endgame, Captain Marvel, Dark Phoenix, Joker, Shazam, and Spider-Man Far From Home. And the KohOscar for Best Comic Book Movie goes to Avengers Endgame. Shock and surprise. Avengers Endgame now leads the pack with the most wins at 3 at the KohOscars tonight, with the win of Comic Book Movie. Once again, picking up where its predecessor Infinity War left off, it wins Best Comic Book Movie at the KohOscars this year. Congratulations to Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers and our Disney overlords. The next category, Best Animated Feature, the nominees are Frozen 2, How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, I Lost My Body, Klaus, The Lego Movie 2, the second part, Missing Link, and Toy Story 4. And the KohOscar for Best Animated Feature goes to Toy Story 4. Pixar picking up another one. Coco won. Never mind. The second win for Pixar in the history of the KohOscars for animated feature. So congratulations to Toy Story 4. It's the first Toy Story movie to win, obviously. This is the first one since the KohOscars began. We move on to the next category, Best Cameo. This was actually a really tightly contested category. The nominees for Best Cameo were Robert Carlyle, Yesterday, Harrison Ford, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, the late Stan Lee, Captain Marvel, Bill Murray, Zombieland Double Tap, J.K. Simmons, Spider-Man Far From Home, Henry Thomas, Dr. Sleep, and Richard Madden, 1917, instead of Jacob Tremblay, Dr. Sleep. This graphic still old and still incorrect. And the KohOscar for Best Cameo goes to J.K. Simmons, Spider-Man Far From Home. It is the second one for Spider-Man Far From Home at the KohOscars tonight, so congratulations to the MCU. A collective 5 KohOscars for that franchise tonight, and J.K. Simmons' first KohOscar, however, it is in the category of Cameo. So congratulations. We move on to the category of Best Adapted Screenplay. The nominees are Mike Flanagan, Dr. Sleep, Lulu Wang, The Farewell, Steven Zalian, The Irishman, Taika Waititi, Jojo Rabbit, Todd Phillips and Scott Silver, Joker, Greta Gerwig, Little Women, and Anthony McCartan, The Two Popes. And the KohOscar for Best Adapted Screenplay goes to Taika Waititi, Jojo Rabbit. Congratulations, Taika, winning his second KohOscar, winning the first for his role in Thor Ragnarok at the third, or it's his first for writing for Jojo Rabbit. So congratulations to Taika Waititi and Jojo Rabbit. Its first win tonight in the category of Best Adapted Screenplay. It is tied for the most nominated movie tonight with Little Women, with 11 nominations. So that's the first win for Jojo Rabbit tonight. As we move on to Original Screenplay, the nominees are Riley Stearns, The Art of Self-Defense, Emily Halpern, Sarah Haskins, Susanna Fogel, and Katie Silberman for Booksmart, Ryan Johnson, Knives Out, Noah Baumbach, Marriage Story, Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Bong Joon-ho and Jin-Won Han, Parasite, Ronald Bronstein, Josh Safdie, and Benny Safdie, Uncut Gems. And the KohOscar for Best Original Screenplay goes to Ryan Johnson, Knives Out. The second KohOscar win for Knives Out tonight after winning Best Ensemble. Congratulations to Ryan Johnson winning the Original Screenplay category. Much deserved. We'll see what the cool kids in the chat are saying. Real quick, just checking in. Everyone talking about Cameo at the moment. No one voted for Dark Phoenix, so that's an accurate statement. All right, we'll move on to Young Actor, Actress. Shortened here as Best Young Performer. The nominees are Julia Butters, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Roman Griffin Davis, Jojo Rabbit, Jack Dylan Grazer, Shazam, Shahidi Wright Joseph, Us, Noah Jupe, Honey Boy, Thomasin McKenzie, Jojo Rabbit, and Jacob Tremblay, Good Boys. And the KohOscar for Best Young Actor, Actress goes to Thomasin McKenzie, Jojo Rabbit. She wins her first KohOscar. She was nominated last year for Leave No Trace. This is the second award ever given in the category of Best Young Actor, Actress. She's the second winner after losing last year to Elsie Fisher for 8th grade. So congratulations to Thomasin McKenzie for her win for Jojo Rabbit. We're here, folks. We're in the end game now. The biggest nominations, the biggest categories of the night, starting with Best Supporting Actress. Your nominees are Laura Dern, Marriage Story, Caitlin Dever, Booksmart, Scarlett Johansson, Jojo Rabbit, Billy Lord, Booksmart, Thomasin McKenzie, Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh, Little Women, and Susan Zhao, The Farewell. And the KohOscar for Best Supporting Actress goes to Thomasin McKenzie, Jojo Rabbit. She wins her second award of the night for Jojo Rabbit and is the youngest supporting actress winner in KohOscar history. So congratulations, Jojo Rabbit. That's the third KohOscar win for Jojo Rabbit tonight, tying Endgame for the most awarded film of the night, each coming home with 3 so far. We move on to the category of Best Supporting Actor. The nominees are Christian Bale, Ford v Ferrari, Timothée Chalamet, Little Women, Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Song Kang-ho, Parasite, Al Pacino, The Irishman, Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Taika Waititi, Jojo Rabbit. And the KohOscar for Best Supporting Actor goes to Brad Pitt, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's the first win for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood tonight at the KohOscars, and it's Brad Pitt's first KohOscar win and nomination. So congratulations. Malcolm Lay asking how many New Zealanders have won. Taika Waititi has 2 KohOscars, and that's all I know. All right. Yeah, is Thomasin McKenzie a New Zealander? I have no idea. All right, we move on to the next category of Best Actress. The nominees are Awkwafina, The Farewell, Ana de Armas, Knives Out, Beanie Feldstein, Booksmart, Scarlett Johansson, Marriage Story, Lupita Nyong'o, Us, Charlize Theron, Little Women, or Charlize Theron, Bombshell, and Saoirse Ronan, Little Women. Got that backwards in my head. All right. And the KohOscar for Best Actress goes to Scarlett Johansson, Marriage Story. Scarlett Johansson winning her second KohOscar. She won at the first KohOscars for Best Supporting Actress. So congratulations to Scarlett Johansson winning her second ever. And the first win for Marriage Story at the KohOscars tonight. So congratulations to Noah Baumbach and the cast of Marriage Story. We now go over to Best Actor as we get to our final 3 of the night. The nominees are Robert De Niro, The Irishman, Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Adam Driver, Marriage Story, Taron Egerton, Rocketman, Jesse Eisenberg, The Art of Self-Defense, Joaquin Phoenix, Joker, and Adam Sandler, Uncut Gems. And the KohOscar for Best Actor goes to Adam Driver, Marriage Story. It is Adam Driver's second KohOscar win after winning Supporting Actor last year for BlacKkKlansman. He wins this year for Marriage Story, the second KohOscar win for Marriage Story tonight. Congratulations to Adam Driver. Phenomenal win, phenomenal performance. We are down to our final 2 KohOscar categories for the night. And our first KohOscar, our second to last KohOscar, our penultimate KohOscar. It's the category of Best Director. The nominees are Josh and Benny Safdie, Uncut Gems, Dexter Fletcher, Rocketman, Greta Gerwig, Little Women, Ryan Johnson, Knives Out, Bong Joon-ho, Parasite, Sam Mendes, 1917, and Taika Waititi, Jojo Rabbit. And the KohOscar for Best Director goes to Bong Joon-ho, Parasite. It is the third KohOscar win for Parasite tonight, putting it in a 3-way tie with Jojo Rabbit, Avengers Endgame for the most winning film at the KohOscars tonight. Congratulations to Bong Joon-ho. Very deserved in the Best Director win. And now it's the big one, folks. Best Picture. And the nominees for Best Picture are 1917, Booksmart, Ford v Ferrari, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Knives Out, Marriage Story, Parasite, Rocketman, and Uncut Gems. And the KohOscar for Best Picture goes to Parasite. Parasite winning Best Picture. It's its 4th KohOscar win tonight, so Parasite will end the night as the most winning film at the 5th Annual KohOscars and is the 5th film to win Best Picture at the KohOscars, the first foreign language film to win Best Picture at the KohOscars. Congratulations to Parasite on the win, and that's the KohOscars. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I love doing these every year. I'm happy to do these every year. Thank you. I have to give big thanks to my nominating committee. I won't individually name you for fear of people being like, fuck that person. But congratulations to all the winners and all the nominees. The big ones, Parasite, of course, 4 awards, Jojo Rabbit, Rocketman, Endgame, all having big nights as well. Knives Out winning 2, Ford v Ferrari bringing home a win. Congratulations, and we will wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys maybe with more KohOscars throughout the regular year. We'll probably do another mid-season awards. We might do specials here and there. Depends on how we're feeling. But we'll definitely see you next year for the next KohOscars, and we'll see you for the Oscars when a special Multiplex Loves Movies KohOscars post show crossover hanging out together. So we'll see you guys with that. Thank you so much for watching. That has been the KohOscars.